And I had to run and get my camera. I don't think you can see it. Right above the telephone pole, there should be a little light. That's the International Space Station. I don't get it. Come on, just light up. Right above the telephone wires, going to the east. I sat here and watched it go by. But it's there. Man, it's there. And, the International Space Station, if you know its orbital path, which they do, update, you can follow and track and watch it when it goes over your part of the sky. And people are nonsensical sometimes. I just can't figure it out. But planets are also coming through. Yeah, see the two lone planets, when they circle way out, they show up by themselves, and the moon is right where that telephone pole is. Man, I can't believe it. I was telling myself, man, go get your camera, man. Show these people that the International Space Station is real. See, it's also cool to see the top of the planet. Yeah, see how it's starting to look. The sun's over there is heating the top of the planet. And they're gonna orbit around. Then you got that one right there. Yeah, but so you got that when the cap is coming up. And then if you look due west, that's hard to see. But you can see the multi-layered. See the dark right at the bottom of the screen? See the dark? See how it goes in an orbital pattern? See, like right above the telephone. See the street stoplight is right in the middle, where it is. And you can see sort of the orangish one right there. It sort of looks a little orangish. But yeah. So these two, so you see how they are. So you got the main body of planets. But you, again, over here, when the other one is circling by itself, you get these. See that one? There's one right there. And then there's one right up there. Right through the tree. Top of the tree. Say, that's awesome. So, it's a pretty good morning. Birds are singing away. And, I finally got to, begin making explanations about the MBTI test. Because people don't take a lot of things into account. And people don't realize that there are different subject matters and different, there's all kinds of things. So the first thing we'll start off is men and women see and perceive the world in two completely separate ways. Men, they see the world in its physical realm. Women see the world in the emotional realm. That's one big difference. So you have to take that into consideration, that men have to put a face to things. They have to put an answer. They have to correlate when women do it emotionally. So that's one big factor. The second big factor is there is no spirituality cognitive, trait. Now, first of all, you consider that, 95% of the world's population believes in a higher power. And you also know that, walking in the righteous shoes of Jesus, would guide our life too. So you have to figure spirituality in its many forms, from helping people to loving each other, to believing in something greater than yourself. And to totally discount that fact out of the test, out of the Myers-Briggs test, you're totally deceiving, yourself and, what you're trying to say to convey how these feelings work and how we, view them and how they, guard our life, all kinds of things. So you got to take that into account, And another thing about the test is each and every one of us has the power to turn on and turn off whatever personality trait we deem necessary. A person can turn off their judgment trait and they begin to view the world in a different way. Some people can be totally introverted, total thinker, but then when someone comes and tells him, that his dad is sick, or, again, he changes. All of a sudden, now. So we click on our personality traits when we need them. And we have to understand we can control them, we can govern them, and we can learn from them. But in the end, the bottom line is that the test means nothing if love is not included in every aspect of the equation. The test is not valid if God is not in the mix of the discussion. And it is not a valid test if you don't know how to use these personality traits and cognitive ways that we go about. We don't have to learn about the superego or the it, because that governs another side of us that, that would take more, in depth. Most of you are still at the starting gate, trying to sort it out, trying to compartmentalize, all these things. I'm sorry, I ain't been moving the camera. But see how the light is, then it turns that, and you get the planet right there, right? Beautiful sky. I can't believe I missed the space station. Yeah, we're gonna, I don't know, it might turn a little red over there. Ooh, squirrel. Squirrely, brr, brr, I see squirrely, brr. So, again, we go back to the test, and we got to understand that these things have to be included. Love and God have to be included. Second of all, we must, in the beginning, learn to shut off your judgment, traits. We have to. You know why the media is able to lie to us? Do you guys really know why? If you want to put it on a personality trait, they lie to us because we internalize what they're saying, right? Blue, 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 black guy got shot, right? The person instantly goes to the judging. Instantly. That's how they do it. So even though you might know that the story is false or whatever, they got you hooked because now they have you judging, the world in a way that's not productive. They got the Republican, Democrat, black, white, whatever it may be. They got you guys fussing and fighting, judging everything and everyone, down to, what shoes they wear. I'm telling you, it's just, I can't believe it. But again, the test stops there. The MBT, the Myers-Briggs test stops there. Because you cannot move forward while you're dealing with things that are, for one, probably based on a lie. Two is probably on the negative side of things. Division, or either trying to take your freedoms. Sorry, the birds are also singing very pretty today. So you stop there. You judge somebody, hey, he's got a limp. We instantly judge it. Now he no longer becomes attractive, even though he might be a perfect gentleman and someone who would be willing to share a life with a pretty lady. But, he's got a limp. Oh, well. He gets rejected enough, he quits. Again, women have to understand that first they need to include love and God into the equation. Second of all, they got to unlearn judgment and hate. Because hate is taught. You're not born with hate. Hate is taught. Love is given. Hate is taught. There's a big difference. So rethink your scenarios and your socionics. Being an introverted feeler, we can sense some things. We can sense that there are a lot of women out there searching for answers to why they feel this way. There are a lot of men out there who can't understand how to relate to this, newfound enlightenment. So they're trying to learn. I give men props for that. There are men, ooh, look, there's a dragon in the tree. Told you, God shows you his dragons in many ways. Even does it in the tree. Maybe not. There are dragons in the trees, betcha. See, look at that. Looks like a fish. Again. Oh, yeah. One more thing. I'm glad you guys listened to that. Now, NASA. Because what I'm filming in the trees is not particularly what is being, shown. What you're actually seeing are dark photons. I'm putting this out as a theory in the motion of light. Dark photons. That's what you're seeing. Dark photons. It's where photons that are being shaded still comes through when dark photons show through when the object they're coming through is darker than what they're being shaded as. So it's out there. See? It's out there. Because the light overtakes the darkness, it can only shine through when it hits something darker. Dark photons, NASA. They can also dim actual light. You put 3 dark objects around in just one shiny little object, the darkness will overtake the light. Dark photon. You got that, NASA? Prove me wrong. But yeah, we're doing good. Think about what you guys are gonna do, and a lot of rethinking probably should be done. Love y'all. God bless.